Hello everyone. I know it's been a couple of days or a while, but here's the thing. I just need some time. I had some schoolwork. Blah 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 blah. You already know. But I do know this picture is not a paid video. Alright, okay. So here is the thing. The reason why I kinda did not make this what if that part 3 is because I kinda need to figure out some things. I wanted this to be more than just, we go right into the 2-year time skip, sort of thing. I wanted to add on some things. I wanted to change up the universes, the Naruto anime a little bit, kind of. Not doing the filler episodes, but just changing it up, tweaking it, and making it longer before the 2 years. You see, Naruto's already powerful enough, but he's only 13, almost 14 by the 2-year time skip, when he leaves. And then we basically have him at 16 to 17, basically in between maybe. And then we just going further. So, this kind of, if you really think about it, should have been a short what if for the Naruto series. For the, just the Naruto anime. Then we go right into Shippuden. But we all know me. I take too freaking long because I just forget it. And I focus on different what ifs. I do that a lot, I know. It's not because I have too many, it's because too many what ifs, it's because I have too many ideas, and then it just gets sidetracked. So, anyways, let us get into this what if. Oh, by the way, Cloud is gonna be here, and my friend that I talked to on Discord, one of them, gave me this idea. So Cloud is gonna be a part of this Naruto universe, and that means we have a 2-year time skip with Cloud. And I'm being weird. I apologize, but that's just me. Anyways, let's go forth in time. So, after the whole entire junior exams and an announcement of Donzo being attacked, not Donzo being attacked, of Hiruzen basically not being Hokage no more, we now are going to the next day. So this is where Naruto was Sephiroth, who became Sephiroth. I forgot the title. So, how we're starting off with this, by the way, excuse me, is Naruto just woke up. He does his normal routine. Take a shower, get dressed, but he wears normal civilian clothes. And, well, when he basically cooks his own food, he has his hair up in a ponytail, basically. And after, when he's done eating, he gets a knock on the door from the Hokage. Well, not Hokage. Just a knock on the door. I forgot my phone ahead of time because I'm picking up the story as long as I go. Did not plan a script. We all know that. So, anyways. So, when Naruto answers the door, he sees 2 Anbus. In which Naruto can already tell these are captain level Anbus. He goes, "Oh, good morning. Is there anything that, 2 captains will need me for?" As they go, "Yes, Naruto Uzumaki, the Hokage asked us for you to come to the Hokage's office, please." As Naruto's wondering why is he stuttering, so he goes, "Alright, may I finish my breakfast?" And they go, "Yes, sir. Yes, you can, Naruto." Which Naruto's kind of like, "Sir, whatever." So he says, "You don't have to stand out here. Come on, come in. I don't mind." So, they come in, and they see Naruto's place, and they're thinking, it's kind of small and lonely. One the captain is thinking, the other one's just thinking, wow, this is neater than I thought. And yet Naruto has been cleaning his place. Sephiroth kind of maybe told him to clean it. He needs to clean every day, at least once a week. And Naruto understood that. So after Naruto, finishes breakfast, he does ask if they ate anything. They said they already did. He was like, "Alright, if you're wondering, Naruto ate not ramen, but basically fruit, like eggs, and I think bacon. I think they ever had bacon there, so yeah." Maybe even some rice too. I don't know. Thinking of something. Anyways, so when Naruto is walking along with the well, Bambu, he does have his sword with him. He never was gonna leave that home because he doesn't. He trusts the village, but at the same time, it's always to be prepared. And he still has his hair up, in which, for some reason, a lot of girls his age are looking at him, and he's like, man, these girls are already annoying. The leader says, are you alright, Naruto? He said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just annoyed with these girls. They're just looking because I have my hair up. I mean, they actually do look at me anyways when I have my hair down, but I just noticed them now. Which the leader kind of chuckles and goes like, well, I mean, after your performance in the tuning exams yesterday, and, well, everything you haven't even showed us, probably, you are a lot stronger than everyone here in the village, so of course people are going to recognize you, and maybe be afraid of you and such. As well, we already know, Naruto just look at him, like, give him a cold stare, be like, is that what you are? Afraid? Because, no, I'm just, well, yes, but there's a different reason. And he's like, oh, alright then. I thought it was because of my abilities. Because, which Dambu says, that too, but it's a different reason. You'll find out. The Dambu, captain basically says, yes, you'll find out about that. And they get there after a couple of minutes. So, basically, when they get into the office, he sees not just Hiruzen there, or even though Hiruzen basically not being Hiruzen's still Hokage until Tsunade comes. But he sees Orochimaru, Danzo, Jiraiya, and the two elders, and even the ninja council, a little bit of some people from the ninja council, like Heihachi, Hinata's father, as he also then sees Sasuke, Neji, and, well, Shikamaru. He goes, basically, even though, yes, I'm making Sasuke a tuning, Neji a tuning, because of his performance, though, of his growth, though, his performance, and basically that, because I need Neji to basically be a tuning to, well, you'll find out, but anyways. So, as he basically sees them, he was like, is this where we're becoming tunings? As Hiruzen says, Naruto, come along. Shut the door behind you. He's like, yes. Yes, I guess that should be formalities. So, no, say it like you usually do. Oh, Naruto goes like, oh, thank you. Sure thing, Gramps. As he closes the door behind him. As when he comes forward and he's standing right next to Shikamaru and Sasuke. Shikamaru to his right. Sasuke to his left. He sees Neji. He goes, hey Neji, how's everything with you? He's like, fine, much better. And thank you, Naruto. He goes, no problem. So, what's happening? Besides some people becoming tunings today. Well, Kurama's saying, Naruto, I don't know about you, but I think you won't be just an ordinary ninja now that you're. Like, now. I hope you realize that. And Naruto's just thinking to himself, wait, what do you mean? Sephiroth just says, Naruto, it's obvious you won't be a normal ninja. Understand that. They realize the potential you have. Which, Naruto's not showing no, shock, but he just says, let's see where this goes. So, they talk about Shikamaru, what he did, and how well he did it. They even talk about Sasuke's performance and fighting abilities, and how they remark on how well they've done. And Orochimaru says, oh, I can fix that curse mark on you. And, well, we can actually have it upgrade to level 2. If you want, Sasuke. I am going to be in the village for a while. And I'm in prison, but I still have a laboratory that they let me use under watch under the watch of the ninjas here. And I remove my, my basically chakra that will allow me to possess your body. Where Sasuke's like, wait, what? What do you mean that curse mark? He goes, don't matter, I lost interest in it. And then basically they talk about Neji. And they said even though Neji lost in the first round and such, he did show great performance in the Chunin exam before the final, for the first match of the final arena, as they say. And they're very impressed with his skill overall. So they will make him Chunin. And then they get to Naruto. As all of a sudden the air gets so serious and cold. And Naruto's like thinking, crud, I did something wrong, didn't I? And basically says, Naruto. To think, not that long ago, you fell into the life stream of the planet, and you became so much stronger. Normally humans would die from it, but you haven't. And you came out stronger than ever. Danzo says, yes, basically. You have become the strongest ninja, probably of the village, even in the world, but we do not know yet. But even though that is true, we still think you can be strong enough to actually take on every Kage. Which everyone's kind of shocked onto a laugh in a cheerful way. And Hiruzen nods. Orochimaru goes like, I've seen a lot, believe me. I know a lot of jutsus and stuff, but the things you're able to do, well, it's not possible. Jiraiya agrees and says, yes. So, we all came with the idea. We can't give you an ordinary Chunin or Jonin status, or even an Anbu, or even Anbu captain status. And then basically Orochimaru says, so, we came up with the idea of giving you a title. A title all of your own. Basically a secret ranking. And only in this village. As he says, which everyone's shocked in that room. Besides, the people that's right behind Haru's desk. And the two, and plus Hiyashi nod and says, yes, it is true. Your strength, speed, intelligence, swordsmanship, abilities that we don't even know are impressive. So, as, then, Hiyashi says, so we all discussed and came up with the title. As Hiruzen says, the One Army. It's a working title, but as of right now, your ranking is above, the Anbu captains. Technically, you could be their boss. Which Naruto's eyes are shocked. He was like, but, wait, what? This ranking / title is above the Anbus? Which Hiruzen nod, even Danzo says, you're above all Anbus. They'll listen to you. Basically, he says, even if you are a kid, they all understand your power. Basically, all the senseis know about it, all the Anbus. You're kind of the talk of the town, with them, at least. And so, as Orochimaru comes up, to Naruto, basically Orochimaru says, the jacket I designed after your own, but I modified it with a few tweaks, if you don't mind. And don't worry, nothing of them will kill you. I made sure of it. Basically, when Naruto holds the jacket, basically, it looks like Sephiroth's jacket, but for some reason, there's a, and basically, it even has the Uzumaki, not the Uzumaki, the hidden leaf symbols, on it. But there's also another marker. Basically. Another marker that shows what his status is. Basically, I kind of was trying to think about this, but the status I could think of, they have Jonin, by their outfit. So, I thought the marker would indicate level, a little bit of a fox mask on it, which he then noticed there was a mask, basically, in the coat pocket, in the coat. As he opens it and sees the mask, he goes, "What the? And there's actually a whole bunch of items that no normal, well, ninja like his age should be having. As they said, I may have modified some of the ninja tools here to increase for you. Basically, mobility. Chakra pills are normal. The kunais are. They'll basically absorb your chakra, be able to move faster. And so Jiraiya even has, well, Kakashi getting something for you. Do not worry. As then all of a sudden Kakashi appears, at the window as Orochimaru opens up. And yes, he does have some cuffs on him, just to prevent him from going anywhere. So, well, from doing anything, they're like chakra canceling handcuffs. They'll absorb his chakra if he ever tries to use them in hand signs. So yeah. So basically, when Kakashi enters, he has a scroll and a kunai, and a key, basically. As well, Hiruzen says, "It's about time, Naruto. You know your heritage. Who your family is, you know, but not on your mother's side. And, boys, please, take a seat. You're going to understand what happened to Naruto's clan." Which everyone was shocked, including Sasuke. Which he does ask, "Wait, clan? What happened?" And basically everyone kind of has like a, Orochimaru even has like a sad look in his eyes. And so, when they sit, Hiruzen explains about the Uzumaki clan and what they can do. And even about like what these villagers, well, what these three villagers thought, that they could seal away the chakra in other people's bodies and use it for their own, and just so they went on in an all-out war. Even though they were friends with the Senjus, they were still wiped out. And only a few people survived from the Uzumaki clan, which Naruto was shot, but Sephiroth knew in Kurama. Naruto didn't, think of looking so much into his past. Like he didn't even know he even had a clan. He just thought the name Uzumaki was just a name. So he says, "So wait, these three villages attacked a clan that wasn't gonna even do nothing just because they had advanced sealing jutsus?" Which Hiruzen nods. He goes, "So, that is the story. This key that, well, Kakashi's holding is to the your parents' old home. They have the Namikaze's, well, info there on how to make the Flying Thunder God kunai, which your father used, along with a lot of sealing jutsus from the Uzumaki clan. Not all, may I add. They're all back in the Uzumaki's clan in the the Whirlpool village that was destroyed many, many years ago, Naruto. I'm sorry." Naruto understands and nods. He has all these secrets. Why? Which Hiruzen does say, "Honestly, they're to protect you. Your father asked me to make you seem like a hero, but look at it from my perspective, a baby, which I couldn't be there to protect all the time. Even if I brought you to my, well, work area, I'll be too busy. They could easily kill you. So I thought, don't give me the Namikaze name, give you the Uzumaki name, put you in a area of protection, make you just seem like some child that was parents were killed off in the Ninetales attack. I understand if you hate me, that's fine." And Sephiroth and Kurama don't feel no hatred from Naruto. He just feels a little gleam of happiness. And Naruto just smiles at Hiruzen with his eyes closed. Like that scene with Sakura, but he ain't like hurting on the inside. He's actually having a genuine smile. He goes, "Thank you, old man Hiruzen. I'm happy that you did that for me." Which that shocked everyone, including Hiruzen. So Naruto gets up from his seat, goes over to Kakashi, sees the scroll with the flying Raijin and the kunai and the key. He says, "Thank you, Sensei." And he walks out. He walks to the door, and he basically still having the jacket, but having the Anbu mask on the side of his head, and basically said, "I'll wear everything with pride. I'll even go to to my father's mother's home, learn everything I can, and then I'll go to the Whirlpool Village. I'll learn as much as I can to get stronger. Alright?" Hiruzen nods, and then Naruto walks out the door. Well, walks through the door and closes it. Meanwhile, with Neji, Shikamaru, and Sasuke, they're shocked. Naruto had a clan, and it was wiped out, even if they were so strong. It took 3 villages just to destroy it. Sasuke's over here, though, thinking, Naruto's clan was wiped out like mine. His parents. Like, even Hiruzen went over the parents of Naruto's parents' death. Like, legit. So, he says his parents sacrificed themselves to save him. He puts his head in his hands on his head. He goes like, his revenge. I mean, he should want revenge, and yet he just smiles. I don't understand this. Naruto, how are you so forgiving? I just want revenge, and yet people who wiped out your clan, people who basically would hurt you, you have every right to want revenge, and yet you don't. So, if you're wondering what is happening to Sasuke, the hatred of the Uchiha bloodline is disappearing in Sasuke. He's just really just thinking about it. He always saw Naruto in the past, and then to how he changed, and when they fought, it was so different. It was like nothing really fazed him after he gained new power. He could have destroyed this place, but yet he just chose to protect it. So so Sasuke just sighs, and his dream of Itachi, his revenge, basically, I think I still made it that way. I'm not too sure, but ends. It breaks. All he can do now, all his goal is. And so he says to himself this. Sorry, brother. I won't come to kill you at all. I have a new goal, a new dream. And I will make this into a reality. So make sure my friend does not lose anything else anymore. As then he does clench his, he basically, took his head out of his head off his hands, look at the ceiling, the Hokage's office. And so that's when he said it, and then he says, Naruto, you suffered so much and yet you still smile. How much pain have you been in, my friend? And he just realizes, he's just calling Naruto a friend. Yet they were just comrades, and he goes, hold on. Alright, as I was saying, and so, like I was saying though, he just realized he called Naruto a friend, and he's just wondering when he started wondering when he would think that. So, what everything happened till now, he just says, I guess I became friends with the dope, without me even knowing. As now we have so much in common, I guess that's why. So, basically, he says, I guess that's why. So, he gets up, he looks at Orochimaru, he goes, please, train me to become stronger. And, he says, not so I can get revenge. My brother Itachi, so I can make sure my friend never has to suffer again of losing someone. And Orochimaru can tell that Sasuke Uchiha, for a moment, the person that he knew wanted revenge, died, and he knew Sasuke Uchiha is born. And so Orochimaru says, I will. Do not worry, young Sasuke Uchiha. We will, get you stronger, even if we have to put you through hell. But we have to get rid of that curse mark the curse mark's basically implantation to take over your body. And then we can move forward. But first, basically, sound ninjas come down from the rooftops and, David says, Lord Orochimaru, we basically talked to everyone in the Sound Village. They have all agreed. We have told of Naruto Uzumaki and what he can do. We don't know his full capabilities, so, as you told us, think smart, and don't act stupid. Which Orochimaru just says, yes, of course. You always need to think smart before a battle. So, what did they say? The villagers, the ninjas, the council, they just said they all agreed. We'll make alliance with the Hidden Leaf. And even the Sand Village has, offered to make an alliance. Which surprised Hiruzen about the Sand Village, even the sound. And he looks at Hiruzen, Orochimaru does, and he was like, see? Like I told you, they would have accepted if we just told them about Naruto. In which Hiruzen chuckles. And we just go to Naruto. When Naruto leaves, the room, he puts on the jacket, along with having on the belt pouches of different items, and inside the jacket has kunais, even sunbones, paper bombs, stuff he wouldn't think. And he just has the Anbu mask on his head. Sephiroth is shocked that Naruto's taking this so calmly. And he basically talking to the side of his head. He goes like, Naruto, are you alright? Your emotions are just calm. Is it because of... He goes, no. Actually, I realized what you've been through, Sephiroth. You were calm in everything. I realized I had to grow up a little and do exactly the same way. So, it's better off if I'm calm and collected, instead of brash and rushed. But to know my family, my clan, the family was easy to take in. The clan, not so much. What Sephiroth says, I understand. So where we're going? Back to your place, or he says the Namikaze place. As all of a sudden he basically can sense the Ambus that that led him to follow him. And he says, you guys can come out now. Which they just come out and says, sorry sir, we goes, at ease man, it's alright. They basically, look up and they see he just has the mask on his head. He does take it off to take a better inspection of it. He sees the simple one-wing angel. Or technically, just a wing on it. It's like on the side where, basically underneath the eye. He does, chuckle at that. So, he puts it back on his head. He goes, are you two following me as my bodyguards? Does it? No, sir, we just want to make sure our new boss is okay. One of them, the second leader says, basically. As basically, one of the leaders wearing a bird mask. The other one's wearing a dog mask. And he does chuckle at this. Naruto says, dog, it's fine. Everything's fine. Come. As they do not. As they follow in, everyone can see Naruto wearing the jacket, the mask. Heck, they're even surprised about it. It basically has the the hidden leaf symbol with a fox mask on it. And, well, even though, basically, how can I say this? It's basically a unique case. No one understands it, but they think it means Hidden Leaf Captain Ambu. But with the mask on, it's one. It's basically one wing, basically. So, I think Hiruzen would have known this because I think Naruto, and even I didn't say it, we all gotta know Naruto been training would bring out that one wing, so he would have put that little symbol on the mask. And basically, they could call him the One Winged Angel, which I think that would have been a better name for the title, the One Winged Angel, but the One Army Angel. I mean, not the One Army Angel, the One Army. Sounds basically in a ninja standpoint as a basically fact that he is a one-man army. So yeah. Anyways, as they get to the Namikaze place, everyone looked at everyone was seeing Naruto just walking with it basically like, how can I say, and his eyes looking so distant, like everything he's looking at is foreign to him now for some reason. It's because Naruto's processing everything. So, what he does is, he basically opens up the key when they get to Namikaze's house, and he basically just asks Kurama where's the basement. As he follows Kurama's instructions, he gets to the basement and he sees a whole bunch of rows of scrolls and different types of jutsus and such. Jiraiya will then appear and ask him, "You alright there, Naruto?" So, "Yes, Jiraiya-sensei, I'm fine. I just have a lot to read." But Jiraiya just tells him, "Better make it quick. We leave in 2 days' time to find Tsunade, alright?" Which Naruto just replies without even asking why him. He goes, "Yes, Prairie Sage." Which Jiraiya just says, "Spend the night in here. I'll sleep on the couch, and I already know you're gonna stay here for these 2 days learning. And you're gonna use your shadow clones, but make sure you practice them, alright?" Which Naruto nods. And he just smiles at him. If you're wondering, why is Naruto being like this? Like I already explained it. He's just processing, and he realizes he needs to be calm, cool, collected always. Well, at certain times, which that was one. So, the Anbu captains do say, "We're going to be leaving, sir. That's no problem." He says, "It's not at all. Enjoy your day." Alright? They nod, and they leave. Basically, we're going to just talk, they have these Anbu captains talk, say, I'm going to say, Crow, basically, he's like, "Crow, can you believe he's just taking everything so calmly?" Which Crow says to Dog, like, "Yeah, I'm surprised. He's not angry, he's just so calm. Isn't that what makes him more terrifying?" Which, Dog says to Crow, like, "Yeah, but, I mean, I can't believe he actually had a clan all this time, and a strong one. I feel really bad for him. Fourth Hokage's son, and yet, he lost his parents, and then he finds out he had a clan that was destroyed by 3 separate villages. Seems like this kid can't get a break. This kid can't get a break." They nod. Crow nods. Well, Dog, Crow nods to each other. So, yeah. So, what happens is, for the next 2 days, Naruto just uses multi-shadow clone jutsu. They read the first scrolls. The first, set of, sealing scrolls. And then, basically, he, basically learns them all. They're able to do them all. And he gets through the second stage. Basically, he goes all the way up to becoming a level 10 Sealing Master. Naruto is not messing around. He's not messing around at all. If you're thinking, "Oh, he can't do that just in 2 days," multi-shadow clone jutsu. The fact that he learned about hey, they basically can get the experience I can get if they do the training. It's basically broken. He does this because he needs it right away. But it's also the fact that he wants to learn it. Basically, since he's just basically a super soldier because of the Sephiroth, the learning, it's easier for him to actually understand and learn everything. That's just why he's getting so quick. Then with the flying Raijin, this technique his father used, it ain't simple. It's complicated. Even if he has Sephiroth's intelligence, it would still take him a while. So for the first day, he learns it. He does eat with Jiraiya. He does make sure the shadow clones poof one by one, taking in the information slowly. And with the flying Raijin techniques, he's doing it on his own. He did ask Jiraiya about the kunai his father used, which he was shown. Which he had in the scroll, basically. And basically Jiraiya says it's a special made one. You had to make your own. You can't use the exact same one as your father. Even though it would be a nice reminder of it, you have to make something of your own one, Naruto. Which, all things Sephiroth can do is, not Sephiroth, all things that Naruto can think of is, as he just pulls out the wing, which Jiraiya's like, Naruto, you have a wing? He was like, of course I have one. I went by another, where do I start? Which Jiraiya says no need. Hiruzen already told me about when you came out the live stream, the planet, so I guess that's one of the things you gain from it. He was like, yep, just call me the one-winged angel. The one-winged, the one-winged angel, he says. Which Jiraiya says, that has a nice ring to it. Maybe I could name that as a title of one of my books. He's like, Naruto says, wait, you write books? He was like, yes. Those Make Out Paradise books? And he was like, yeah, I got it. Kakashi reads them. He's like, yeah, I, make them, but I'll work on a new book. One that's not, my normal material. Which she goes, really? He's like, yep. So, wanna help me write it? Which Naruto's shocked. He says, of course. So basically, Naruto and Jiraiya have this father-son moment. They're basically eating, they're talking about the book and such, while the clones are learning to, basically are trying to figure out. Well, he does use the clones to help figure out the flying Raijin. And, they do poof when they have the information and such. Basically, he takes it in, then poof, 10 minutes later, the clone poof, 10 minutes later, the clone poof, basically. So, they have this father-son moment, and then he even helps him with the flying Raijin. The design of his special kunai, is going to be of, the wing. But a more smaller and just kunai looking wing, basically. It has the design of a wing too, not gonna lie. But it's gonna be a strong piece of metal. So, but basically, and the next day, he's able to make the seal and such. Jiraiya helps him. He basically makes the seal, and basically, I don't remember what the seal on the kunai was for Minato, but the special one, I think he would name the seal Minato. Actually, hold on. So basically, yeah, I want to say Naruto's seal would basically be the name of, not just kind of like a reminder of his father. Make the seal after his father, and he's gonna learn things. He's gonna, inherit some things. He inherit the kunai from his father and his technique. basically. But in this case, from his mother, he already enhanced her strength and some of her attitude, but I'm gonna say he'll learn her cooking skills. Well, her cooking recipes and such, and he's gonna learn how to cook them the best he can as such. So yeah, but anyways, he made the seal. He basically put it as Minato, basically. And you're gonna probably say, oh, it shouldn't be that way. It should just be something else. But I just want to think, name it after his father, kind of sentimental. And just saying, oh, he's the son of the fourth Hokage. Yeah, that's a big thing. But I want to make him more sentimental in this part. Sorry if it's too sappy, too cheesy. Uh, I like the cheesy parts of anime. That might makes it a little bit more fun to watch for me. Anyways, along with the action scenes and the mystery stuff sometimes. Anyways, let's continue on. So, when Naruto finishes the sealing, he has it all down. He just needs his kunais. So, basically, for now at least, Jiraiya says we have no time, unfortunately, but we'll make sure we get them. All right, Naruto. He's like, yeah, Gramps. I mean, not Gramps. Right, Privy Sage. We'll get the kunai then done. He's like, yep. Anyways, let's get going. It's like, yeah, but first, he just basically goes to since the kitchen area, even the house was preserved, he does see the pots of pans, and he does see those. Sorry about that, everyone. My dad just asked me to watch, my dog, because he was going downstairs making coffee. He just had surgery in his hand, so yeah, carpal tunnel basically. Anyways, so Naruto finds like I said, the pots of pans, and the recipes his mom made. He smiles at this and he says, "Everything's here. Good. I'll come by later and get everything when we get back." So Naruto, stands up, and they leave, but they go to his house, back at his apartment building, basically, gets his things, and starts walking off to the Hokage's office. Hiruzen basically says, "Alright, this is a mission that basically only you two can do. So, I hope you guys will get back safely and nothing bad will happen. Good luck. She'll be a real handful." As basically Jiraiya laughs and says, "You have no idea how much of a handful she has gotten, old man." Hiruzen. Basically, Jiraiya just looks at him and says, "That's sensei to you." I mean, yeah, Hiruzen looks at him and says, "That's sensei to you," and Jiraiya's like, "Yes, sensei." And so, they, Naruto and him leave. Ino and Tenten were talking, and when they see Naruto leaving, they ask him, "Naruto, what's happened?" Basically when they ran over to him. So, Naruto says, "It's nothing too bad. I'm just going to I'm just leaving the village for a couple of days just to find Lady Tsunade. Don't worry, alright?" Basically, Tenten goes, you sure? You're gonna be alright?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm sure. I have the great Toad Sage with me." So, don't worry about it, okay? Basically, they look at each other and says, "Well, you better get back safely, okay?" At exactly the same time. He goes, I will. Don't worry. I'll be fine." So basically, Jiraiya and, Naruto start leaving. And which, on their way of travel, we're going to be doing a time skip a couple of days. Their bond has been getting close. Naruto has fought with Sasuke, fought with Jiraiya. Jiraiya is impressed by, everything he's, doing. seeing it firsthand is very impressive. In which he would say, "Good job, Naruto. I should have expected from just seeing the tuning exams that you were you're stronger than you look, plus being a Jinchuriki." In which Naruto, while the meanwhile talking, and saying, "Of course. After all, I have to become stronger than most ninjas to, how can I say this? Properly to use my power." So, which Jiraiya nods and understands. And he just says that we'll work on together, I promise. In which, Naruto chuckles. So, while training, that Naruto's starting to come up with ideas for new jutsus, new ways of doing things. So he would just ask, Jiraiya, do you think we can find out what my chakra nature is? And Jiraiya, has technically a surprise shock in his eye and asks, how did you, well, you know, intelligence, smart, read books, and which Jiraiya nods and goes like, alright, so I think I have a few chakra papers on me that will show you your chakra nature. So he basically goes through his backpack and he finds them, and which he gives one to Naruto. He says, alright, so the paper will crumble up if you have lightning. It'll turn to mud, water, like the paper will limp if it's wet because of your water chakra. Fire, it'll burn. Wind, it'll cut. And, how can I say this right? From Earth, it'll just become like mud. Which Naruto doesn't understand. He just says, it's enough if you just, try it yourself, which Naruto nods. So, in this case, we're technically giving him a little bit of a, more than one chakra nature. He will have wind, but he will not have lightning. That's with magic. He can get it, but his original is wind, earth, and fire. Which surprises, Jiraiya. So, basically in their travels, before they get to the hotel with Itachi and Kisame will attack them, they basically train Naruto in these jutsus, which even though Naruto has all these jutsus that he can learn, he still would like to be taught it. So that's what happens. Naruto basically learns fire style. He also learns then, wind bullet, fireball jutsu, wind bullet, and okay. I said he had wind, fire, and earth. So he even learns earth wall. His chakra reserves are too much, but since he needs to learn, once basically like I said, he needs to learn these. So that's all that's happening. So anyways, this will keep going on for basically a couple of weeks. And he keeps increasing on the jutsus he'll learn. He even tells that because he was in the live stream, he has a few already jutsus he can go through from his memory, which Jiraiya's shocked. So he even asks Kurama. So he learns basically, from wind, he'll learn a thing called okay. I don't really know many Winjutsus besides when He's like cloaking his, blades with wind. He learns how to do those with fire and earth. Um, he then, basically with earth, he learns mud bullet. Well, technically earth bullet. Head hunter, basically. Fire, like for fireball, like I said, fireball jutsu, phoenix flower jutsu, great fireball jutsu. He also learns, well, let's just say he technically may have created his own fireball. His own fire style. So, what happens is that he actually would have been like this. So he makes a fire style fire tiger jutsu. Basically, the fire he will produce, which he'll legit shoot out of his mouth, but it'll turn into a tiger and just run. Basically. So yeah, that's one creative thing I could come up with. So, after that, we would get to the Itachi and Kisame coming to the village, find out that he's not there. Naruto and Jiraiya are technically, well, Jiraiya is being way more not himself, because they even will be talking about the book, so when Naruto knocks on the door, when Itachi or, Kisame knock on the door, Jiraiya opens it, in which they are shot, and basically Jiraiya is like, oh, you two. I figured you two would come for Naruto, but he ain't exactly normal. And if you guys are wondering, would they have any information on Naruto because of black and white Zetsu? I'm saying no, because he was in the live stream, so he's immune to black and white Zetsu's recon. Even if they see him, because they will be a part of the planet, they're not able to truly see him. So, Naruto just looks at them, they just look at him, and Kisame says, like, is this really the brat who had blonde hair? Blue eyes? He looks so different. As then, well, Naruto's also pretty annoyed. Throws a freaking kunai, goes past Kisame, cutting him. It pierces the wall, but also cracking it, which kind of shocked. Then he says, we are in the middle of a discussion on a new book. If you want to fight, come back later. I'm not in the mood to fight with you. In which basically Itachi's just look at him. He tries to stare him down, trying to put him in a genjutsu. When he tries to, it just his chakra and magic just basically boom, like disconnect the genjutsu easily, which that shot Itachi. And so Naruto gets up, goes over to his sword that was near leaning against the wall, picks it up, comes back over, and looks at them both. And for some reason, the atmosphere became so tense and cold, it seemed like it was like they were being killed right away. And so, because of this, they would run. They would just like, we're sorry. Well, we. As Itachi says, we'll come back on a later date. So they leave. Kisame, when they get out of the hotel, is like, what the hell was that? That wasn't no kid. That wasn't even no tail beast chakra or anything. That was just pure hold on. Alright, I'm back in my room. But anyways, he says, I don't even know who that was. And Itachi just says, he even disabled my genjutsu. Which Kisame shot, and they're like basically out. They're like walking So, and they look back to where the hotel was, and they say, "We have to find." Basically, well, I mean, sorry if I keep on saying basically, but Itachi would say, "We have to find more info on Naruto. The info we have on him is outdated." Kitsune nods. Yeah, he goes, "And that sword. You saw how long that was? I don't even think he can. I don't even think I can even fight him. He has the length and probably the speed to even wield that thing." Which, well, Itachi would not. So, Jiraiya would close. When we go back to Jiraiya and Naruto, while Kitsune and Itachi are discussing this, he would close the door and he says, "Good job, Naruto. You didn't even have to fight them to make you leave." Which he says, "Of course. After all, they will always know despair when they fight me." In which Jiraiya says, "Seriously, what's with the whole entire despair thing?" He's like, "Sorry about that. It's, Sephiroth will say, tell him." Say, "Huh? Tell him, Naruto, but make a clone. I'll be able to possess it then." Say, alright." So, Naruto says, multi-shot clone jutsu, one clone, and then the clone itself, eyes are different. Now, they'd be blue, but with a little bit of green in it, and it's like different, like atmosphere. And when he's looking at Naruto, he feels something different. He goes, "What the?" So he would say, "Hello there, Jiraiya. I am Sephiroth, and I will explain how Naruto is so different. But promise me this: you will not tell no one of this, alright? Unless I say, well, unless me and Naruto said it's okay." In which he nods. So he tells him everything, and Jiraiya is shocked. And so he says, "So wait, so you're more powerful than all the 5 Kages combined, plus you can take out the village by yourself?" Which Naruto and Sephiroth nod. And he goes, "Wow, well, that's something. And then you even destroy the seal. Jesus. But why is the..." And Sephiroth says, "Oh, because I'm keeping the fox in check." And actually, I think he's quite terrified of me anyways. So, since Naruto became exactly like me, even in strength and power, he has no choice but to follow survival of the fittest, as as basically Jiraiya nods. And so, this will be ending. This part I will end it soon, after an hour. I'll probably go for 5 more minutes and then I'll end it after an hour. So basically, after that, they go to the village Tsunade's in. And wow, when they get there, it's quite a surprise. They find her very easily. Basically, she's, well, she was well known, but for healing, not for gambling debt, because something happened. So, she was well known for her healing and helping out people, which Jiraiya was like, "Wait, I thought she'd be gambling." Huh. Which Naruto does ask, "Wait, what do you mean?" Because, well, Tsunade always had a betting complex of always, well, seems like she always became a gambler. She was a couple of years ago, but, or should I say, well, many years ago? 13, I guess? Or 12. It's been a while since she actually gambled. And which then, they go into the same restaurant, and, well, what happens is, though, they order, they chat and stuff, in which they hear Tsunade's voice, Shizune's, and a boy carrying a sword with him. On his back, actually. It's like twice his size, but he's able to hold it so easily. Which Jiraiya shot. He has spiky yellow hair, well, blue eyes basically, and just saying, Mom, when are we gonna eat? Well, eat something good instead of basically coming to this restaurants and such. I know we got some money, but come on, can we just stay in and eat? Which I goes, I know you like my cooking. Come on, we always eat at home. We never go out and eat. He's like, I know, but still. Which Jiraiya's like, it's Tsunade? Is that you? Because Tsunade, like the same as Canon, but she's but she's a little bit more. How can I say? She looks like more of a mother would. Which she goes, Jiraiya, what are you doing here? So he just says, looking for you. And do you mind having a seat and talk? And, well, Tsunade just looking at, Shizune and this boy. But this boy looks at Naruto. And he just glares at him. First I was shocked, but then glares. And Naruto can already tell that this boy's already willing to fight to the death. But since they're in a place, they won't cause any trouble. So what happens is they sit, they order, and they start talking. And he even tells about, Haru's retirement, and that he wants you to come back to the village and become the 5th Hokage. In which she's like, alright, I'll do it. Which Jiraiya's like, come on, wait, what? You'll accept? She goes, yeah, my son needs home and make friends. So, well, I'll come, just for those reasons. Besides, it's not like I have anything against the village. I kind of can understand why they will always sacrifice their lives to, protect people, so I can get it now. Which Jiraiya's like, okay, and, but seriously, who's this kid, an apprentice of yours? She goes, no, he's my son. Which I was like, oh, a son? When did you have a son? And how old is he? He's 12, he's going to be turning 13 in 2 months. He's like, oh, who's the father? Basically, how can I say this? So now I just looks at him. She was like, I don't know, I caught him trying to peep on some girls earlier. Which he goes, Mom, I wasn't peeping. I was, well, how can I say this? Got lost, actually. And I just tried to jump on the rooftops. And, she chuckles and she says, I know. But basically, though, you have your tendencies to be a little weird. Which I was like, thinking, wait, how weird? And so, though, basically, he gets out a book and starts writing in it. Which I was like, huh? You're writing a book? He goes, yeah, after all. My mom said my dad does it. And the books he writes are, well, popular, but not something I should try to find. Besides this one book. As then he pulls out the Gutsy Ninja. And Jiraiya says, hey, I wrote that. And basically, he goes, yeah, so did my dad. Then basically Jiraiya puts two and two together. He looks at Tsunade. He was like, when? She goes, remember that time when before I disappeared off the face of the earth and you didn't know where I was? He goes, yeah, that time. Oh god, a party. She goes, uh-huh. And the sake. And basically Naruto's like, that's your kid? He's like, I didn't even know I had a kid. And basically, he asks, what's his name? He goes, Cloud. Which Naruto was technically sipping water, and then all of a sudden he just spits it at the wall. He goes, Cloud? Like, Cloud send you. And basically he was like, yes. And what's your name? He goes, Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. Son, well, I really shouldn't say it out loud, but anyways, it's basically Cloud says, "Really, you're not named Sephiroth? That's funny. You look like someone I knew that was named that." In which then it's kind of Sephiroth mode activated. Not really Sephiroth taking over. He's like, "Oh, surprising. You actually think I'm like that. You must have some experience with this man or person called Sephiroth. So, how about this? You and me have a little bit of a duel to see who's strong. And you can stop looking at me like that. You must think I am him because I may look like him." Which Naruto gets up and Jiraiya goes, "No, Naruto. Let's not get you into a fight. We don't want to, well, ruin anything now, do we?" Which Klaus is thinking, "Wait, is this like, what's happening here?" Which Naruto says, "Jiraiya, do not worry. I'll not hurt your son. But there's something he wants to see, and I'll show him. So, come out, Cloud. Let's see what you're made of." As they go outside, Tsunade's saying, "Cloud, don't you dare try to kill him." He goes, "Alright, Mom, I won't." And Jiraiya says, "Naruto, don't kill him, please." He's like, "I would never do that, Jiraiya. I'm not the killing type." Which Cloud takes off, grabs his sword and, basically puts it right in front of him. He goes, "What's the sword's name?" He goes, "The Buster Sword. Yours?" He goes, "I'll tell you later." And so, basically, they're like in a fighting stance. Naruto unsheathes his sword. He's only holding it in one hand, which everyone's kind of shocked because of the length and how much weight it could be. So, they waited so long that, a gust of wind would happen. And in a minute, in that 1 second, the wind blowing, Naruto and Cloud just start clashing. Basically, they're going, from hit to hit. Cloud's using fire, and basically Naruto dodges. He uses Blizzard, Cloud dodges it. Cloud then uses basically, Thunder, and then Naruto uses Barrier. He blocks the attack from hitting him. He goes, "Is that all you got, Cloud?" It's like, "Sephiroth, how are you still alive anyways?" He goes, "As for me to know, you never to find out, Cloud Strife. Anyways, I ain't Sephiroth. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I may look like him, does not mean I am him." As then, all of a sudden, Naruto just blitzes towards him, and he basically hits Cloud, blocking Cloud's blade, as then he's pushed back. And he goes, "And besides, if basically Sephiroth was even alive still, he'd be probably inside my head. Not taking me over at least, but helping me." As Naruto does, kind of push the Buster Sword up, Cloud, basically will kind of follow it. As Naruto kicks him, send him flying a little. As Cloud would, get up. He was like, "Damn it, he's so strong." So he would think, "I gotta use one of my limit breaks." So basically, he would jump in the air, use meteor storm. As Naruto just jumps forward, just starts slicing all the meteors up into pieces so quickly that even Cloud could not see. And Naruto, and just, how can I say this? He just knees Cloud in the face as they go basically, and then grabs him by the shoulders, throw him down to the ground. Cloud will land, as Naruto just lands too. As Cloud then wipe the blood off his nose and goes, "Pretty impressive." He goes, "Yeah, I know. Now, come at me." Which Cloud says, "Gladly." He dashes forward, as Naruto just smirks, and all of a sudden, Naruto impales Cloud by the shoulder and holds him up, which Tsunade shot, including Jiraiya. But Tsunade is about to try to go punch Naruto for her son. As then, basically Jiraiya says no. And basically, she goes, "Why? He's gonna kill him." And Cloud's like holding the blade basically as she shot, and he goes by the arm that's the shoulder that's impaled, and he goes like, "You're still durable as always, as I see." From the memories that I've seen, though, this should have never, this shouldn't have even hurt you that badly. As Cloud goes, "Memories," and then all of a sudden he just throws Cloud off his blade. There's like not even that blood on it, much blood on it, but it's already gone. He was like, "It's over, Cloud. I won. Now." And then he says, "Chakra," as it heals Cloud's wound, which Tsunade shot. Naruto goes to the sheath and puts it back into the blade back into the sheath, in which he's like, no, basically, Cloud goes like, "Wait, you're not Sephiroth? You actually are Naruto? How did you?" He was like, "Sephiroth gave me power, his memories, his abilities, his skills, and I could use a summon. I'm not gonna say which ones I can do, but it's pretty impressive." So, Cloud, you got reincarnated into this world. I know you are Cloud Senju, but not Cloud Strife. But you're still the same way as ever, a naive child from the memories I've seen. But it's glad to see you. At least I'll have somebody to keep up with. Well, actually, not somebody. Someone else to keep up with me. But she goes, "What do you mean? I'm the only one to..." And he goes, No. You're not, Cloud. You may be reincarnated into this world, but there are some people here that are way more interesting to fight. As the last Uchiha is my friend, he's one of them. You may not see him as any because you use swords, but this world has chakra, which you need to learn. The only reason why I didn't use any of my chakra against you is because it would have been way too quick of a fight. As Naruto walks back over to Jiraiya and just says, "I think we should eat and then head out." And was that Tsunade says the fifth Hokage has to get back to Konoha. And walks back into the place and sits down in the seat that he was sitting at. Basically, the booth that he was sitting at. Tsunade would check out him, her son, basically. She see the wounds heal and such. She doesn't know how. And, they go in and chat. Naruto and Jiraiya were chatting about a new book. It's still the same book they were talking about. Which Tsunade's like, wait, this book doesn't even sound... Yep, not my normal material. It's it's like the Gutsy Ninja. But it's a little bit different. It's called The One-Winged Angel. Well, more like The One Angel. Just a working title still. Which Cloud for some reason feels jealous. His father, who had no idea his father, who had no idea that he existed, which is true, treats his enemy like his own son. He feels betrayed and hurt. Anyways, so I really think that they would just get to the village after basically a couple of days of travel. And, yeah. And basically the whole entire ceremony for Tsunade would happen. Tenten would see Naruto be happy, and, they would just ask if they can go out on a date. And either one of them would say, "It's fine, it's either one of us, if you don't want to go out with..." And he goes, "No. Let's go out, all three of us, together." He says with a smile. It'd be a lot more fun. So, they nod, and yeah. And that's where we're getting ended off, basically. Hope you guys have a nice day, night, wherever you are. Enjoy the video. Bye, everyone.